U.S. military hit targets in both Iraq and Yemen last night after attacks on American forces. Charlie D'Agata reports on the risk of a wider war in the region.
With each F-18 fighter jet taking off from the USS Eisenhower and yet more overnight bombing raids, America's involvement in what has now become a regional fight has escalated by the day and night. The new strikes against both Iranian-backed militias in Iraq and Houthi targets in Yemen follow U.S.-led bombing raids just the night before, conducted alongside British Typhoon fighters. Defense officials say the strikes were retaliation for more than 150 attacks directed at U.S. forces throughout the region since the war in Gaza began, endangering the roughly 900 elite U.S. troops in Syria who we have visited in recent years and witnessed fighting alongside local Kurdish forces battling ISIS, to American troops on bases across Iraq, where the military maintains a force strength of around 2,500 soldiers. But it was the
Yeah, Trump really airstrike Qasem Soleimani and people just shouted at him not to be so aggressive. We got lucky that Iran didn't really do shit after that. Yeah, it's like kind of shocking because everybody always talks about how fucking good at terrorism Iran is supposedly is, and like not a single motherfucker was killed in an act of terror in like the Western world after that, which is kind of crazy. Like the only reason why that didn't escalate into larger issues is because of the restraint demonstrated by fucking Iran, okay?
Massive missile strike on the Al-Assad air base in Iraq over the weekend, injuring 4 U.S. service members that triggered last night's counterattack. The local Iraqi militias and the Houthi rebels in Yemen, all backed by Iran. On the strikes in Yemen, U.S. officials downplayed any talk of escalation.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't define it as a conflict. Again, I would define it as action that's being taken to disrupt and degrade Houthi capability to conduct attacks against the international community.
I saw Alden Markey tweet this earlier today, but like considering that these are like naval radar positions that they're shooting, and that the Houthis are the de facto, the Ansar Allah is the de facto government of Yemen. It's kind of like America is slamming at like the actual official like naval sanctioned radar positions of another country. That's how unimaginable it is. It's like if someone else came to our country and like started just actively blowing up our radar that they knew was there, because that's like in times of no conflict, that's, you know, that they're there. Like there's it's like Pearl Harbor. Sorry, dog. You refuse to sell us. You refuse to sell us oil. Fuck you. Gonna do Pearl Harbor now. Imagine if Cuba just started blowing up positions in the Gulf because of the blockade. No, like it just doesn't make sense that, first of all, we've done this to Venezuela. The naval radars are often Iranian and usually based on the TEL transporters, erector launchers that they built to launch the anti-ship cruise missiles and stuff. Aren't some of the positions that they're blowing up utilized for civilian use in times of not war, though? Like, it's what you would normally use to communicate with, like, back and forth, communicate with ships in normal times, no? No, because they're mobile radars on missile launch trucks. They're only used to detect ship locations. I thought they were also hitting infrastructure. Regardless, we're still bombing Yemen soil, which is unacceptable in general. But I thought they were bombing not only like mobile radar positions, but like naval radar.
The strikes have not gone down well in Iraq, and these are U.S. partners. The Iraqi National Security Advisor calling it a flagrant violation of Iraq's sovereignty, saying the U.S. should pile pressure on Israel to halt the offensive in Gaza rather than bombing parts of Iraq. Tony?
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff by America. I love that we were talking about this yesterday. Like, well, not we. Ben and Destiny were agreeing on this issue yesterday about like America's actions in the Middle East is bad because it like it plays right into Iran's hands, and it's like, okay, well that's not the only reason why it's bad. Okay? But yeah, it's not even pragmatic. It makes no fucking sense. So how about we don't do it? Nope. Got to do it to him. Yes, I saw the Gaza protesters were dragged out on the floor by their hands at the Biden speech. UAW workers were trying to drown them out. Yeah, we don't give a fuck, dog. The Gaza protesters are UAW workers. I just interviewed 3 of them. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, here's the funny video that we were going to watch. Here.
Listen to facts and focus on healing Burlington. And I would like to use the rest of my time to say how appalled I am that people are bringing up the Holocaust. Do not use other genocides to describe this one. I have been...
It's funny. Yeah. She's like, oh no.
We're not gonna tolerate that.
This one that I personally do not see. It is a horrible, horrible, horrible situation, and I cry for my Palestinian sisters and brothers. But I want to say I have...
Do you, though?
We're not gonna tolerate that.
This one that I personally do not see. It is a horrible, horrible, horrible situation, and I cry for my Palestinian sisters and brothers. But I want to say I have been to Poland. I have visited concentration camps. And do not say that is what litters Gaza and the West Bank. I have been in the West Bank, and I have seen the Arab villages there. Do not tell me what is there. I have seen it with my own eyes.
Dude, why are you as a 13-year-old riding this fucking hard for Israel? It's just like straight up indoctrination. I just feel bad. It's like a funny video because everyone is like dunking on it, whatever. She very clearly gets like super sad.
I have been...
Like, come on. Is a first-year college student. Oh my God. Wait, she's 18? What happened? I'm so old. I'm so fucking old, dog. That, I swear to God, I thought she was 12. I was like, wow, how wonderful that like a 12-year-old is so articulate. Like, I literally thought this was a baby. I thought this was like barely a fetus. She looks 12. You are okay. Yeah, what the fuck? Moving into the retirement home soon, I see. No, it's over. It's so Jover. It's never been more Jover for me. Brother, it's done. I'm done. I'm so fucking old. I'm looking at college freshmen and thinking they're 12, dude. It's done. I blew out my neck trying to get my hair pills this morning, okay? I woke up and I reached over to grab my fucking hair pills and I went... That's how I woke up this morning. You know my shit's fucked. That's a sad sentence, but it's my reality, okay? Oh, is that a sad sentence? It's my motherfucking reality, dog. Hair has been looking great lately, though, if it makes you feel better. Anyway. Okay, now that I found out that she's 18, my analysis has changed a little bit. I feel like it's way more valid to make fun of her if she's 18. That's one. And 2, I don't know what happened. I don't know why she just like comes across like why is she behaving like a toddler? This is Burlington, Vermont. I was in the audience for this. What this clip doesn't show, and what parents also convenient is they didn't have her mention, is that the person who made the Holocaust comparison is the child of Holocaust survivors. Jesus Christ. The meeting was about whether or not we should include an anti-apartheid measure on the March City ballot, even for more context.
Scott, and number 3, Naomi Burrell. You are Jordan?
That's
yes?
me, Jordan Weiner.
Weiner. Thank you. Good evening.
My name is Jordan Weiner, and I am a Burlington resident, and I believe the apartheid-free pledge should absolutely be placed on the ballot. I am also a Jew who lost family in the Holocaust and whose legacies are daily tarnished by the genocidal state of Israel. I'm here to express my opposition to the attempt to restrict democracy in Burlington.
This is the loudest it gets, chat. Sorry.
By the Zionist faction of the City Council. The Palestine Solidarity Movement surpassed the number of required signatures to get our measure on the ballot, demonstrating that there is popular support for this measure. The Zionist faction in Burlington is understandably afraid that their cause will fail miserably in the eyes of the public, so they are refusing to let voters decide at all. I want to talk.
This is what Jew hate looks like. Yeah. Like, as in I think he's saying, like he's doing the anti-Semitic hatred. That's what he's doing.
Made against putting the
He is so confident. He's like, I really popped off with this
pledge on the ballot. This Zionist counselor believes that no good can come of this ballot.
He's saying the speaker is a self-hating Jew. I know, which is ironically anti-Semitic. So that is literally, that is straight up anti-Semitic.
Ballot measure, and it won't contribute to solving Israel's war on Palestinians. Yet somehow doing nothing will. For over 75 years, Israel has put Palestinians in concentration camps, arrested them, held them.
She's literally 18. I thought she was straight up 12. That is mind-boggling. The other girl. Literally every opposition against Israel is always called anti-Semitic. Yeah. And then there are like actual anti-Semites who love Israel, and like people who love Israel will defend those anti-Semites. And it's like, what are you doing?